Yeah, just like it's like I mentioned last time, it's just not easy to lose. And you got to really fight it being something that gets into a snowball effect. And I thought our guys did a really good job of continuing to stay and believing and leaning in every practice and just the intentionality to every single possession. And I was incredibly proud of the fight they came with. I mean, they guarded for 40 minutes, and this is really the first game where I felt like we didn't have any really huge lapses where we really let up with our attention to detail. And we did probably more coverage changing than we've done all year, which can lead to a lot of miscommunication. But they were very locked in, regardless of foul trouble and guys fouling out and coming to the bench and playing lower minutes than they usually do. And they just showed a lot of toughness and grit, which I was incredibly proud of.
I think you've mentioned in the past about it's a process learning how to win.
Yeah.
And your team hasn't been in this situation a lot this year where you're trying to grind out a win. You're carrying a lead into the last 8 minutes of the game, and you're just trying to grind it out. What was the most impressive thing for you about tonight? And talk about that process of learning how to win.
Yeah, just our poise. And honestly, you're going up against a team that probably has had more close games than anybody else in the league by far. They've had so many games be a 1 or 2 possession where they won it or lost it. And so that team's a very mature, leader-led team with a bunch of seniors. And I thought our guys, even with the youth that we have, they showed poise down the stretch. And you got guys in there like Cal and like Luke who don't have a ton of experience but just showed poise throughout. And I thought Ty Harper was a huge part of that, and Ofri, and just the way that they intentionally huddled each other and made sure that they were locked into each other, and any noise that was coming, they were blocking it out, and they just did a really good job of staying connected down the stretch.
I know Ty is your leading scorer this year, but it seemed like, I mean, from the get-go when he set the tone, hitting a couple of early shots, was there, due to the scouting report, just a thought that we need a lot from Ty tonight?
Yeah, to be honest with you, Isaac Green had an incredible scout on both sides of the ball, and I thought our offense, with the way they guard, they were going to give up what they think is an inefficient shot on pull-ups, and we feel like Ty's pull-up is at a pretty elite level. So if they were going to give it up, we were going to allow it over and over and over again. And I thought Ty did a really good job of staying disciplined and not settling, but continuing to fight for his spot and staying on balance. And then when he started to mix it in and getting downhill, I thought that it really opened up the game, because now once he started hitting it, they had to start coming out of their coverage, and now he can attack and get to the free throw line. And him shooting 12 free throws, they're by far the number 1 free throw shooting team in our league. They get to the line more than anybody else, and they're also by far the number 1 not fouling team in our league. And for us only to lose the free throw battle by 3 was a huge win for us.
Ofri also set a tone early on for you. Talk about that.
Yeah, I mean, his maturity. He's been honestly battling sickness, and he's been in and out. He missed practice prior to the game, so he just had to catch up earlier today to try and get as much of the coverage stuff down as possible. And just the toughness level. He asked me to come out 2 or 3 different times right before media just to get those breaks. But for him to play 33 minutes when he hadn't had a ton of rest or a ton of practice reps, I thought he showed a ton of maturity, and that's why we need his grit and his toughness and his leadership on a daily basis, because he brings something else that we don't really have.
Although it may not necessarily move you up that much in the standings, just how important is it to get a win like this as you try to grow as a team and as you head into the stretch drive?
Oh, it's massive. And just the belief level, and we keep communicating it, and all the things that lead to winning that our staff has been fighting for. Man, wins help reaffirm those in a powerful way. And so I think our guys have been really leaning into that, even though when they don't see the results, it's not always easy to have that maturity. And they've really had it. And obviously, we got Denver on senior night, and we want to honor our seniors, and we had our last road game at UNKC, and then it's tournament time. And everybody's record 0-0, regardless of what the bracket says. We're going to go in there and go at it and have a ton of belief, and I think this win can help spearhead a lot of that.